How's it going, guys? David Hedge here, House Hedge Gaming, and today we're doing a bit of a product review that's in theme with Halloween. Now, you may have heard the story of the three billy goats Gruff. Well, what if I told you that those shepherds with the goats decided to take matters in their own hands, and instead of having their goats being taken out by trolls and other monsters, they decided to use their knowledge of science and mutations to turn those goats into weapons themselves. I know it sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? But speaking of weird, let's take a look at a game from Studio Woe called Gruff and see what it's about. Now, I figured it's the Halloween season, and what better time to open this up than now. This is Gruff. Now, this is a game that Cindy and I picked up from Gen Con this year, and think of it this way. Three Billy Goats Gruff, where they had to deal with a troll and everything, the goat herders decided that they were going to use mutations and other things at their disposal to make their billy goats a lot more gruffer, so to speak. So let's open this up and see what mutations lie inside. Now, this game we were able to pick up the last day of Gen Con, and you may or may not have noticed that we have gone through a lot of animal-based games. That was unintentional this year, but that's the way it happened because some of the games, unfortunately, we couldn't pick up. So, but we have Gruff, and let's just take, now that's a cute little boy right there. Alright, Gruff is a tactical combat card game where you crush enemies by using a specially crafted deck of mutated monster goats. The game can be learned in minutes, but has a tremendous amount of depth. Find your strategy, customize your team, build your combos, and be victorious. And this is from Studio Woe. I almost had it right for the first time. All right. So, ages 11 up, 2 to 4 player game, 30 minutes to play, and I do have a 2-player mat I can bring out in just a little bit for you guys. So let's open this up. And first and foremost, all right, I gotta talk about these before anything else in this whole thing. These tabs here keep track of different stats on your creatures. So the goats, they have fat, which is basically their toughness. They have mean, and they have weird. So mean is basically their power to be able to use contraptions and stuff like that. And weird is their, I believe, their health. I'll have to double check on that. So, but we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, you have these little dividers here that slide on the card. So let's go ahead and bust open this here, the Zernberg. Alright, so we have a blast off here, which that goat with a lot of, that goat's ready to blast off. Good Lord. Alright, so let's see if we can open it up here. I know I mentioned this in the past video when I was doing some busting open. I think it was with Twisted Fables. There we go. If you can't have a little pull tab, have a little like slit to where you can open the pack easy. Alright, but we have that card there. I'm going to take one of these tab. Oh, that peeled off so nice too, damn. Sorry, dang. Alright, so this slides onto the card and you're able to see your abilities. I wish they had something like this for the old version of Betrayers, Betrayal of House on the Hill. And there's a couple other games that use this kind of device as well, and this is so easy to move around and it doesn't damage the cards. Love that. Studio Woe, you definitely did a home run on this. And I know they mentioned that a lot of people are just wanting to get this from their booths, so they had different colors of these. So Cindy wanted to get purple. I was happy to oblige. Alright, so we have the goats here, and then we do have the herders, the goat keepers, if you will, which have their life totals and crazy. Basically, this is your surrogate in the game. This is who you are. So if your life goes down to 0, the game is over, but you have the goats to block for you, and you can only have 3 out at any given time. Get it? 3 Billy Goats Gruff. And I actually saw a figure in there. I did not know a figure came in this game. So, but we're going to take a look at some of these goats here, especially for Halloween. You know I have to. Alright, so we got Bubbles, which is, well, that's a weird goat. Looks like a cross between a goat and a Cthulhu, which is perfectly fine. We have Capri, another goat herder. Coalfield. We have Old Darby. Hey, Old Darby right there. We got Fluttermind. Gap 2. Hey, alright, cool. Since I came across it, I'm bringing this figure out because I think that's the guy. Alright, so we have Gap 2. And then we have this guy. Oh, good lord. That is one of the ugliest goats I have ever seen. The picture's cute, but man, that is an ugly goat. That's pretty cool. They actually gave you the goat to go with it. So that's pretty nice. I wish they could do stuff like that with the other goats. That'd be pretty cool. Like see blast off with the big tanks and all on the side. All right, so we'll go through a few more of these. We got Gobs. Gobs of what? I have no clue. We have Grimwood. We have Grinder. We have Gristle. And we have Gusto. We have Gusto. Good gracious. All right. So whoever did I would like to have been in the meeting when they were making up a lot of these guys. And they had the idea of, okay, we want to do goats. We want to do machines. Go. And this is something that they came up with. I love that idea. Like, that's so cool. We got Hogbox. We got Jigger. We have Licky. Gee, I wonder why his name is Licky. We have Noggin. We have Pustule. Ew. We have Skitters. Skullheim. Twiddle. And Zumberg. So those are the goats and the herders and the base game here. And then let's go ahead and open up this here and see some of the cards that are involved with this. So this is the cards you can make up for your deck. And there's, I apologize, the camera shook there. But let's go ahead and open this up here. So this is a bit like a living card game type deal because we got like 2 of the expansions as well for it, which is really neat. But yeah, so you have the cost of the cards here and the different types. So you have Flame Jet, Kamikaze, Oil Slick. Alright, so so all those have the same artwork. So you know which goat they go to, which is cool. So I like that. And I think I know I said this with Twisted Fables too. Is this with some of the games, if you're able to do something else to help differentiate it, be a little bit easier. But with this having the different names, the different costs and all, you're going to end up reading the cards regardless. So this makes sense. And plus, in this kind of game, it's easy to keep the goat, which one you're using it for and everything. And it even gives you like a little direction on here, like this gives, you can mutate on any Gruff, stuff like that, things of that nation. So mutations are basically like enchantments in Magic. If you will. So, and plus Magic does have mutate, so I can say that freely. But we have the stuff for bubbles here. We also have stuff like Epiphany, Mental Probe. So it looks like Bubbles is mainly part of a maybe like a hive mind collective type deal for the goats. You got this one here, Old Darby. Also, I love got the little quotes here. Darby would rather warp the fabric of space than walk all the way to his food tray. Yeah, my cat Trixie's the same way, to be completely honest. So, Tummy Rub, Hallucinate, Cantankerous also fits Trixie, my big cat. And then we go on to the next one. So, you get to have these starting cards, you get to have the cards for each one of your goats, and you'll get to mix and match the goats how you want. I think out of all of them, this has to be the creepiest one, and them giving you the figure for this one, I definitely understand why they did it, and it's pretty cool that they would include that in here. So, good, 19, okay, I'll have to figure out how to get 19, 19, I believe, weird to, or 19 power to action, craziness, that's what it is, to get that to be played. But I'm guaranteed there's a way for them to do it. So, but that, each goat has their own thing. Each goat has their own set of cards. You'll just pick 3 goats, shuffle them up. There's your deck. So we have the different ones here. Just want to skim through a little bit more. We got Flay Mind, Stun, Mental Blast, Flay Mind again. Delve, Pentavision, which that one's a little bit thicker than all the other ones I've noticed. We got Bonfire Brains. Yeah, that's a zombie. Yeah, tell me that's a zombie without telling me that's a zombie. And then we have the little help sheet here. Alright, so let's look at this real quick. So you have the card types. We have actions. Action cards are used once and then are immediately discarded. You have condition cards. Conditions cards have an effect that lasts until its controller's next turn. And then you have mutation cards that permanently affect the board. Alright, so there's 3 types of cards in the game, which is pretty neat. Alright, so turn order. The first turn, clean up, resolve your attacks. Remove your conditions from play. If all your Gruffs are exhausted or dead, refresh your team. And then you can draw a card, activate a Gruff, play cards, and tactical actions, move, attack, grow, or resurrect. And when it says move and attack and all, I'll show you guys the playmat in a sec so you can see what you're messing with on there. So, got that. And then finally, in this box, you get the rule book, which, again, that reminds me, I got my dental appointment on the 31st of October. I get to look forward to that. Alright, so it has a little play scenario here, a little synopsis for the game, which we read on the bottom of the box a little bit. Goes over the anatomy of the cards. So the craziness, so that's that has to be what you use for casting your cards and everything. So alright, so mean is damage, so that's basically your attack. Fat is your defense. And Gruffs are so twisted and strange that being near them eats up your shepherd's sanity. Weird is added to your shepherd's crazy when this Gruff is activated. Okay, so I can understand that. If I'm around skitters, I would go a little bit crazy myself. So makes perfect sense to me. Alright, gone over the anatomy of the card and the setup. So the setup, you'll have your main guy here, and then you have your 3 goats that will be protecting you throughout the game, and then you go through the turn order. Okay, so that's what you get inside the base game. Let me show you the mat real quick, and we'll actually lay out a little bit of a teaser for a demo type deal to show you how the game sets up. All right, so here's the playmat that we got with the game. So it was it's a 2-player game, 1v1. I'm sure there's ways you can actually have it to where it's like 2v2 or free-for-all type deal. But you have your 3 spaces for your goats. You have where your herder is going to be. And the goats can switch places, because basically like goat against goat type deal going on throughout the game. And if you're not protected, your herder, your shepherd will be getting hit by attacks throughout. But this is everything we got in with the base game. We got the playmat. And this is definitely something during the Halloween season, can definitely fit the theme of any game night. But also just in general, it is a really fun game that we learned. And I'm going to refresh myself on the rules, and later on down the line we'll be doing a demo on this game. But I wanted to open it up so you guys could see what you got inside if you went on Studio Woe or found it at a friendly local game store, and see what you could get inside of Gruff. Well, there you have it. That is what you get inside the base game for Gruff. You also saw the playmat that is not really needed for the game. It's one of those games where it's simple enough to where you don't need a playmat, but I like playmats. So I definitely wanted to get it. But I love the artwork on the game. The different types of goats is pretty cool, as well as the shepherds. You can mix and match them. You can like make your own dream team or nightmare team, as the case may be. But it's a whole lot of fun. I can't wait to get a little bit more reacquainted with the rules, because we did do a quick rundown on it, but it was a good enough premise to where it was interesting. We wanted to try it, and the gameplay was simple, so we're going to learn how to play it, do a demo for you guys, and hopefully you'll enjoy seeing somebody whip my backside at this game, because it happens a lot. It really does. So thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you like it, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and let everybody know that House Hedge Gaming is here for all of your gaming needs. So until next time, guys, stay safe and take care.